Hi, I'm Vadim from Online Training for Everyone, and in this video you will find everything you need to pass the Amazon WORKSTYLE assessment test. We will go over the test structure, review sample questions, and explain how the test is scored. You will even get a chance to try the simulator to practice and build confidence. Plus, I'll share quick tips and common mistakes to avoid, so you can pass with ease. Let's go ahead and get started. The Amazon WORKSTYLE assessment test is a personality and behavioral quiz which is used to see if your work style matches Amazon's culture and leadership values. Lately, I have seen it used mostly for corporate and customer service role, but it can also apply to warehouse and operations jobs as well. One of the most important things I'd like to share with you that this is not a knowledge test, so you can relax. It's all about how you think, how you make decisions, and how you interact with others at work. I think Amazon uses it to find people who thrive in their fast-paced, customer-focused, and innovative environment. When we look at the structure of the test, you can see that the test consists of two main sections: WORKSTYLE assessment test, which is another version of personality test, as well as situational judgment test. I'm not sure which role you're interested in and which role you're applying for, but depending upon this role, candidates may also receive additional tests, such as numerical reasoning or technical assessments. But it is typically a separate test which is done independently from WORKSTYLE assessment. So let's not worry about it now and get you ready for the WORKSTYLE assessment. In fact, let's start our exploration with the first part of the WORKSTYLE assessment, which some experts considered a variation of personality test. The most important thing for you to know is this part of the test measures personality traits, work preferences, and behavioral tendencies. This part of the test seems very easy, and there is a reason for that. The questions you see there are self-assessment questions that ask candidate to rate their agreement with the statements. You typically see Likert scale type questions where candidate chooses one of the answers: strongly agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. Well, don't relax just yet, because some questions require ranking preferences, such as choosing between two or more conflicting work styles. Here are 4 types of questions you might see on the actual test. I prefer to work independently rather than in a team. I believe following company policies is always necessary. I make decisions quickly and take calculated risks. I feel comfortable adapting to a challenging work environment. So the question you must be asking: how do you answer these types of questions? Well, my advice: answer them honestly but strategically. The magic secret to answer them correctly is to use Amazon's 16 leadership principles. I have a separate video on that, so make sure to check it out. But for the purposes of this test, let's focus on the 5 most important principles relevant to this particular test. The first one, customer obsession, which means always prioritizing the customer needs. Second one is ownership, taking responsibility beyond job duties. Third one is bias for action, making quick and effective decisions. Then goes invent and simplify, which means seeking innovative solutions. And the last relevant one is deliver results, focusing on measurable success. I recommend you tailor your answers to align with these principles while remaining honest. Let me share with you the secret strategy how you can do it. To align your answers with Amazon's leadership principles while staying honest, make sure to emphasize teamwork and ownership, balance independent thinking with following company's policies, show a willingness to take calculated risks for efficiency, and demonstrate adaptability in a fast-changing environment. And do all of this while keeping customer needs and delivering results as top priorities. Believe me, you will never go wrong in the test adopting this style as your priorities. Are you ready to practice your skills? I have a 3-question quiz to make sure you understand how to answer. You will have 5 seconds to answer each question, and after 5 seconds, I'll share with you my explanations. Question 1. I proactively seek opportunities to improve processes, even if they're outside of my immediate responsibilities. Your answer choices are strongly agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. I recommend you answer strongly agree or agree, and here's why. Amazon values employees who take the ownership beyond their job description, so candidates who align with this should emphasize their initiative and willingness to improve efficiency. Question 2. I'm comfortable making quick decisions even when all the information is not available. You have the same answer choices: strongly agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. And just like in the previous question, I recommend you answer strongly agree or agree, and here's why. We're dealing with Amazon leadership principle here, bias for action. Amazon encourages decisive action and calculated risk-taking, so candidates should highlight their ability to move forward confidently while considering risks. And here's the last question in the quiz. I actively seek feedback and adjust my approach based on what I learn. You have exactly the same answer choices: strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. I recommend you answer strongly agree or agree. And here's why. We're dealing with Amazon leadership principle here, invent and simplify. Because Amazon values continuous improvement and innovation, candidates should showcase their adaptability and ability to refine processes based on their feedback. So how did you do on the quiz? Do you agree with my answers? Any other thoughts of wisdom on how to best respond to such questions? Make sure to post your ideas in comments so we can all learn. Now you completed the personality portion of WORKSTYLE assessment test and you think you might be done. And for some roles, you definitely might be. But based on the job you're applying for, you might also require a situational judgment test as part of the WORKSTYLE assessment. Let's look at the 2 sample questions to get you prepared. And just like in the previous quiz, I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it and then reveal my answer. Question 1. A team member is struggling with a task that affects the entire project deadline. What would you do? A. Offer help to complete their task. B. Inform the manager and wait for their direction. C. Ignore the situation and focus on your own tasks. Or D. Take over their work without asking. I think the correct answer here is choice A. Offer to help complete their tasks. And here's why. Amazon has 2 important leadership principles: hire and develop the best, and deliver results. And in this question, you are stepping up to ensure the team member meets its goals and helping the teammate grow. Here's the question 2. A customer is upset because their package is delayed. How do you handle this situation? A. Apologize and offer a refund. B. Explain the delay and offer a possible solution. C. Tell them Amazon has policies and nothing can be done. Or D. Ignore the complaint and move on with the next task. As you might have guessed, and I also agree with you, the correct answer here is choice B. Explain the delay and offer a possible solution. And here's why. This answer supports customer obsession and invent and simplify principles. And in this question, by taking ownership, you clearly communicating and working toward a resolution. So do you think you can pass? If you think that you need to practice with more questions, make sure to check out links in the comments and description of this video for premium practice materials that can help you prepare and pass the test. Since we don't know which exact questions you will see on the test, here are 3 tips for you how to answer SJT questions. Number 1. Align with Amazon's leadership principles, especially customer obsession and bias for action. Number 2. Prioritize customer satisfaction and problem solving. And number 3. Show initiative and collaboration over passive responses. And now let's look at how Amazon WORKSTYLE assessment is scored. There are 4 important considerations to keep in mind. Number 1. There are no right or wrong answers, but responses are analyzed based on Amazon's ideal employee profile. Number 2. Answers are compared to Amazon's preferred behaviors and cultural fit. And number 3 is probably the most important. Consistency in answering the questions is a key. Make sure to avoid contradictory responses. For example, saying you prefer teamwork in one question, but independence in another question. And number 4 is something we know for sure based on experience of candidates. High scores align with Amazon's customer-centric, innovative, and proactive culture. And of course, I'm saving the most important thing for last. Here are common mistakes for you to avoid on the test. In fact, there are 3 of them I'm going to share. Number 1 is being too neutral. Make sure you avoid choosing neutral too often, as it may show a lack of strong opinions. Number 2 is inconsistent answers. Make sure responses align with coherent work style. And last but not least, number 3 is probably the most important. Ignoring customer-centric values. Amazon prioritizes customer satisfaction, so make sure to choose answers that reflect problem-solving and efficiency. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.